I'm looking forward to this, Hannah.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, and all those not included in the above categories. Welcome! We are so very excited to have you view our on-screen humiliation. But enough about us. This is Hamlet, and these are the characters.
Well, first of all, there's Hamlet. He's the prince and current heir to the throne of Denmark. He's pretty screwed up right now due to the whole his mother marrying his uncle thing, and it's causing him to become pessimistic and somewhat suicidal. Ophelia is Hamlet's girlfriend, even though he doesn't really like her very much anymore. She's pretty submissive and will generally do what others tell her to. Then there's Gertrude. She's Hamlet's mother and the Queen of Denmark. She married Hamlet's father's brother a month after Hamlet I died, which leads us to Claudius. He's the current king of Denmark. He's pretty manipulative and a good politician, as well as being pretty ambitious. Polonius is Ophelia's father. He's this old dude who bums around poking his nose into other people's business and generally making a fool out of himself. His son, Laertes, who is also Ophelia's brother, doesn't seem too important at first, but later we find out that he has some serious anger issues.
There are a few other characters, such as Horatio, who's Hamlet's best friend, and the only trustworthy one in the entire play. And then there's Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, who are Hamlet's schoolmates and are not very intelligent.
We begin the play off with the death of the King of Denmark, Hamlet I, who is also Hamlet's father for all the slower ones out there. As said, if you're paying attention, Hamlet's mother has married his uncle, within a mere month after Hamlet I's death. There's also some weird stuff going on as we open up the play. While on duty, Horatio and some guards keep seeing this ghost wandering about. They guess that is the ghost of the dead king, and logically they decide to reunite the father and the son by bringing Hamlet to see it. Hamlet's not too happy right now either, what with the whole mother marrying uncle thing, and to make matters worse, his uncle has taken to calling him cousin and son and trying to be all close and lovey-dovey with him. The fact that Claudius is currently trying to settle the court down and hide the fact that he is in an incestuous marriage, or so Hamlet thinks, isn't really helping either. To make himself feel better, Hamlet calls him his mommy a
whore
and his uncle a
satyr.
But unfortunately, neither of them pick up on it.
Horatio then comes to tell Hamlet that he's seen the ghost of Hamlet. Wait, what? Wow, that's confusing. Let's just call them Hamlet Sr. and Hamlet Jr. for now. Anyways, Hamlet Jr. is pretty interested because, I mean, let's face it, wouldn't you be interested if your dad became a ghost?
While Hamlet paces around his room waiting to meet his dead dad, we meet Ophelia, Laertes, and Polonius. Laertes and Polonius have one thing to say to Ophelia. Screw Hamlet! You can do better! Hamlet Jr. eventually meets his dead dad and finds out that he was murdered by Claudius.
Dad?
Yes, Hamlet. It's me.
You look terrible. What the heck happened to you?
Well, I am in purgatory, Hamlet. Listen.
Okay.
If you love me, you must revenge my murder!
Whoa. Murder.
My murder! You don't know about my murder!
No.
I think you've become a little bit slower since I died.
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible. Anyway, you all think I died because a snake bit me. That's really, really not true. Your uncle killed me! Your uncle? He killed me! And when I was sleeping, you want to know what he did?
Please.
He poured this nasty poison in my ears!
Whoa.
It felt so nasty, let me tell you. And I died without even having a chance to make my bed for the maid. Oh, I can't take it anymore. Oh, anyway. I want you to revenge my murder now, okay? But leave your mother alone. I still think she's quite pretty, you know, those blue eyes of hers remind me of the sky. Oops, curfew time, tally-ho, bye!
Hamlet then decides to act crazy, just because. As Act 2 begins, we receive an example of Hamlet's alleged insanity.
So Ophelia's pretty freaked out by this, as you would imagine, so she tells Polonius, who then goes to tell the king. Now, if you were Hamlet, don't you think that would be pretty convenient for you? So soon we have tons of people telling other people what to do, telling other people to do other things, like the king and queen tell Rosencrantz and Guildenstern to spy on Hamlet, and then Polonius tells Claudius that Hamlet's mad.
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern attempt to spy on Hamlet, but he's a pretty smart guy, so he figures it out. He gets pretty annoyed at their lack of ability to answer his questions, though, and this provokes another bout of pessimism.
Hamlet then thinks of a master plan, and he is pretty pleased with himself. He arranges for a play to be performed for Claudius, mirroring Hamlet's life, to test if Claudius is guilty or not. If Claudius is guilty, Hamlet figures his conscience will prick him to react. That is, if he has a conscience. In Act 3, Hamlet is a bit of an ass and tells Ophelia that she should go to a nunnery.
Get thee to a nunnery.
Why? Oh, 'cause all women are weak and deceitful, of course.
You're weak and deceitful.
Ophelia's pretty hurt,
I'm so hurt.
and the king and Polonius decide to spy on Hamlet.
Hamlet sets up his play and finally gets his proof of Claudius's guilt. Claudius is finally not able to take it anymore and goes,
I need light! I need light!
kind of an odd thing to say, but whatever. Claudius is all freaked out. He decides to send Hamlet to England and tries to repent. However, because he's really not a very nice guy, he just can't repent. He doesn't want to give up all the things that he's gained, for example, the queen. She really must be very pretty. While he forces himself to try and at least pretend to pray, Hamlet comes up and thinks about killing him. Ironically, he doesn't, because he thinks Claudius is praying and doesn't want to send him to heaven. Kind of a wimp out.